Welcome everyone, it's Tammy with Loufroufrou Studio, and it's time for week 15 of the Margarete Miller Challenge. For those of you that are new, I'll quickly go through what I'm doing here. Margarete Miller has a 52-week collage assignment challenge in which she gives you 5 prompts and a bonus prompt, and every week you're to create a collage using those prompts, and you can choose to do the 5, or if there's something in the 5 that you don't have or you would prefer not to do, you can substitute the bonus. I usually try to do all 6. You can get the prompts for this challenge on her Etsy page, which is mellowmiller on on Etsy, and she has it available in like a full planner or a downloadable planner, or just the prompts, which is what I did, and then you can put them in whatever kind of book that you want to. I'm using just a regular old sketch diary. There's nothing special about it, but you could also use an altered book if you wanted to, or you know, if you prefer to buy the planner or the downloadable planner, you can do that as well. I just don't use a planner, and so this is the method I chose. We are on week 15. And for this week, we need a postmark or cancellation mark. We need a text or a quote. We need lines. We need an encyclopedia and a piece of decorative napkin. And bonus is a name. And I'm just realizing that I did not get a name, but we will work on that. Okay, so like I said, I'm just using a regular old sketch pad. It's 9.5 by 6. You can go bigger, smaller, you know, do double pages, whatever you're comfortable with. I have done just single pages in here. And this is a sketchbook I had, so it will run out before the end of the challenge, and I'll just switch over to another one. Since this is just for me, then it doesn't really matter. This was last week, and so we are here, and I believe this time, no, I think this time we are going to go straight up and down. No, I think this time we're going to have to go this way based on what I have. But we'll see. We may switch it around. Okay, so this is the napkin that I want to use. It's one of my favorites. I just love the look of it, and it's not the typical florals, and which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just this one's different, and so I really like it. And then this is going to be kind of my focal point, because I feel like there's not really a focal point in the collection for this week. I guess you could have interpreted the encyclopedia maybe as a focal point, but anyway, this is my focal point, and the reason I chose this as my focal point is because this is my encyclopedia page, and I picked the page that says motorcycles on it, and this is just a family encyclopedia. It was a paperback that I had, and I got it just at a thrift store because the pages were all nice and yellowed, and I liked the color of them. So I just tore out the page that had motorcycles, the kind of the history of motorcycles on it. And then I have this little envelope that has my number 15 on it, and then I also put a stamp on it and a postmark. And so that kind of counts for the lines as well, as along with the postmark. And then my quote I got out of my, I have a big book of quotes. It's called a quotationary. And it is filled with quotes by subject. So you can look up whatever subject that you want a particular quote on. And it has, you know, all different quotes. And so, since these guys are writing, I picked, you know, looked up travel. And so my quote says, good company on the road is the shortest cut. And it is a, apparently that is an Italian saying. And then, like I said, the other thing was a name. And I did not get a name, but we're going to have to see if we can't make that work. Actually, right here's a name. We could use that if we wanted to. Let's look what's on the back. That's also a name, but that's on the bottom of the motorcycle. But I do have my dictionary sitting right over there, so maybe we'll find something in that. All right, so, and I just cut around. This is one of Tim Holtz's pictures in his new little picture pack, and I just cut around it with, you know, the little funky scissors to kind of give it an edge. So, let's figure out how we're gonna lay this out. And let's see. I may end up having to do this the other way, depending on how I can get this to work. See, because I kind of want that picture. Oh, and I also have some washi tape that looks like film out of a camera, and I'm going to use that for my lines. And I also have a little bit of scrapbook paper that has lines to put behind my quote. So, other than the name, I think we're okay. And actually, I am going to flip this around because I think it's going to work better this way. I hope everybody's doing okay today. I'm filming this on Friday because I went to my granddaughter's golf match yesterday after work, and so I couldn't do my video, but I really enjoyed watching her match. It was nice weather. It got a little chilly toward the end. That might need to go up here somewhere. Okay, so let's get some of this paper down to start with. And I'm going to tear it right here under motorcycles, and I'm going to tear this white part off too, which isn't really very white, but you get the point. And then at the bottom, I'm going to put it down there. Right there's a name. So, technically, I will have everything, even though you're probably not going to be able to see that name. And reading her name, Lucretia Mott. She was a pioneer in the women's rights movement from 1793 to 1880. She preached against slavery, alcohol, and the war. So that's a very important name. I don't know about the alcohol thing. I mean, I'm not a drinker, but I worked for a major, large beer distributor here in my area, so I don't know if I could agree with her on that, because that would affect my job. Okay, so if we get down those pages, I have no idea where my glue book is. None. I've covered it up. And I don't even have a mess on my desk. And I still don't know where it is. That's what's bad. I obviously have carried it off somewhere. Probably over to my mixed media area. Okay. We find something that I can use. Hopefully I can get glue on the back of this without tearing it up. Okay, so I think that'll work for that. Now, let's see how much. Kind of want to put it in the middle, I think. Okay, so if I put it, I might want to, I think I'm going to kind of angle it off a little bit so it's not so square. Take a little bit off this edge. I'm trying to be real careful because sometimes These napkins, when you tear them, they go crazy. Just trying to give it so it doesn't have such a square edge on it. Make it look more organic. Okay, and then let's go across the bottom. Yeah, I think that's gonna look nice. And we'll save these little pieces in case we want to stick some in. Now, let's see if we can get glue on the back of this without tearing it up. Normally I would use something like gel medium or collage medium from Tim Holtz or something like that, but since it's just going in my collage book, see, since it's just going in my collage book, I'm not worried about it too much. Let's see if I can put this truck back together now that I've destroyed it. Come on, truck. There we go. And I'll have to go around a couple of the edges just to make sure. I should have gone over just a little bit more. It's kind of bumping my spirals. Let's see if I can tear that off. Just a tad. And I'm not worried about if there's any wrinkles. Okay, so there's our truck, which is our napkin part. Now, I'm almost thinking, which is always scary, that thinking thing. I think I'm gonna put this, if I can find the end. Sorry, I'm thinking a minute. I'm going to do it just like this. Yeah, I like that because you can see it, still see the buildings kind of back there, and it kind of makes it look like there's something on that film. So, all right, so that's that. Then this is going to go here. Then I think my quote is going to go there. Or maybe need to go a little bit higher. So we need something there, I think, in order for it to be finished. I've got this too, which is washi with a cancellation on it. Might do that there, or we might do that there. And this up here somewhere. Not sure about that yet. We will see. All right, let's ink this. Yeah, I love that quotation book, and I always forget that I have it. And I got it at a thrift store as well, but I'm sure that you can find it on Amazon or one of the used book places, A-Books or someplace like that. Or if you have I find a lot of my books from a used bookstore we have here. Alright, so we're going to glue this on here. Hopefully I can do it without tearing it. Now this paper's pretty sturdy because it's a newer book. It's not a really old book. I don't know if you can hear it, but two of my dogs are up here sleeping on the floor, and both of them are snoring. Okay, so we know this and this are going down, so let's go ahead and put those down. And this is just a little, like an RSVP envelope that I have, that I stamped my number and stuff on. I kind of want to put a little bit of ink on that film down the sides. It's a little white down there at the bottom. Okay. Now let's put this on here. And I almost want to put, if I can find them really quickly. I almost want to put photo corners on that picture, but I'm not exactly sure where I have them. Here they are. I just think that would look kind of cool and make it look kind of retro looking. That one's, oh, it was bent. I started to say that one doesn't have a sharp corner, but it was bent. These are sticky on the back, and so they stick on the page, and then the photo, you know, could be removed if you wanted it to. I almost think that needs to go down there for a piece of red there. But I still need something up here. I wish I had something that said Harley Davidson. That's a name, right? That would look really cool, actually. But I don't know that I can find that. Okay. Yeah, I definitely need something here. See, my original thought was to go the other way, and I think I would have been okay, but since I'm going up and down, you know, that's given me a little bit of a empty spot up there at the top. I do have the title page. That says Webster's Family Encyclopedia. Tear that down. That doesn't, I don't know that that really goes with the rest of what's going on, but we'll try it. ink on it. I've got a big one too. I think the big one would be too big. Okay, let's do that. And then I definitely like it with a little bit of an angle. Oh, I got glue. I got glue on it. Okay, now put that there. You notice it was stuck to my sleeve. Now I'm gonna take a couple pieces of that napkin that we have left over, whatever I did with it. I'm doing a good job of losing things today. Okay, I've got the other half. And I'm going to take a part of it that I think will work. Oh, I was wondering why that wasn't sticking. It still has the... That's one thing about if you're going to use napkins, make sure you get all the layers peeled off. You need one layer and that's it. Most napkins have at least 3, especially these decorative ones. Okay. All right, let's put our quote down here. I'm going to use our glitter glue for that just because I'm gluing on top of that photo. Can't get it in there. There we go. And I think I want one more piece of napkin. Just a slither. And I know that really doesn't make much of a difference in the world, but it does to me. Because I don't want that name up there to be like the main focus of the whole thing. Okay, and the only other thing is I want something to kind of tie that in, and I think that would be some sort of stamp. Maybe if I get my little bloppy stamp. Stand by just a second. Sorry, guys. Thought I had everything over here, and obviously I didn't. And I think I'm going to do this in black. My black's about had it, I think. Well, it worked better up there than it did on my... Okay, and then let's frame out the whole page with some vintage photo. And then I think we'll be good. I think we'll have it whipped. See a little loose edge. Let me get with heart glitter right here. And just to reinforce the line challenge, I'm going to take my Stabilo All right there. And then I'm going to take my water pen, which looks to be, oh, that's the wrong one. That's why I started to say looks to be totally empty, but that's not the one I normally use. And go right along the edge. And I know that looks like a lot, but as I've said before, it will not dry that dark. All right, there we go. 15 done. I like it. This is probably my favorite color combination in that I do is the red and the black and the kind of vintage photo color with the cream. I just love that color combination and the way that it looks. I think it's very vintagey, but you have a nice pop of color too. So I hope you guys liked that. And since I am a day behind, I will be doing another video here just in a little bit, which will be our general journaling video. So stay tuned for that one later. And thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye.